Alright, so man, the topic of discussion right now is this teacher right here. He apparently got fired from his job because he let his female students unbraid his hair during class, right? He recorded the whole thing and he posted it on TikTok, I believe. Now, I go on different platforms and different social medias and shit, and I see like a lot of different opinions on this topic. I go on Facebook and I see a lot of people saying, you know, he did nothing wrong, it wasn't inappropriate. You know, a lot of people, they saying that like, oh, people are overreacting, whatever. Then I go on TikTok and I see a lot of people saying, oh no, that's inappropriate, he's grooming them, and saying a lot of crazy shit about him or whatever. So I'm gonna just speak my mind about this shit. I don't have kids, I'm not a teacher, so I might not be the most qualified person to talk about this, but I do have hair and I am a male. So from my point of view, I don't think he did nothing wrong. As y'all can see right now, my hair looks crazy. Like, I need a fucking retwist. Us men, we don't know how to do none of that shit. Like, majority, 95% of the men, like heterosexual men in the world, don't know how to do their own hair. So we be needing help. Now, apparently, he needed to get his hair unbraided for something. He had an appointment or something like that, you know, and he didn't really have time. So he asked his female students to help him. In the video, he had his hands, you know, in the camera. He's not doing nothing funny behind, like, you feel me, with his hands, none of that. Like, he's cool. Everybody in this situation looks cool. People are saying like, oh, like they should have been working instead of doing that, when actually, for one, I heard that they had been finished their work or whatever, and like the work was done. It's the end of the school year. It's probably not that much work left to be done anyway. And for two, it would be worse if it was after school. If this was like after school hours, then okay, that would be inappropriate. But during school hours, like, if there's no work to be done and he needs help with his hair, like, what's the problem with that? I feel like the only people that have a problem with this are the people that sexualize shit like that in their head. Like, people that are sexualizing young girls, thinking that, oh, it's inappropriate, that they're touching him and they're touching his hair and shit like that. Like, what is the problem, bro? If you're not in your own head sexualizing that, it's no problem with it. Like I said, men need help with shit like that. Like, I don't know how to retwist my hair. I don't know how to do none of that shit, bro. Like, all I do is throw some oil in that shit, whatever, throw a hat on when I need to, whatever. Like, bro, men need help with this type of shit. So because he's getting help from his female students, which he probably be around every day, probably built a good, nice relationship with them, like, y'all think that's a problem just because they're doing his hair or undoing his hair? Like, somebody in the comments, please tell me, where's the problem with that? Like, what is the problem? Like, that's nothing sexual, it's nothing inappropriate, it's hair. Like, that's like, y'all tell me what's the problem. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this.